Right, Katrina, thank you. Will he or won't he be eligible to have a horse in this year's Kentucky Derby? Well-known trainer Bob Baffert was back in the bluegrass today. WDRB's Darby Bean explains why he's challenging Churchill Downs in federal court. Darby.
Well, Chris, it stems from Baffert's ability to race on Churchill Downs properties, which he's currently banned from. And the hearing inside federal court today lasted more than 3 hours. Because it's going on inside federal court, cameras are not allowed inside. But we were there all morning and into the afternoon as Bob Baffert and the president of Churchill Downs, Mike Anderson, each took a turn taking the stand. Baffert is going after Churchill Downs, trying to get a judge to issue a preliminary injunction. If that happens, it would allow him to resume horse racing at Churchill Downs properties. As it stands now, Churchill Downs has suspended Baffert from racing at its tracks for 2 years. That ban came after Medina Spirit, the horse who crossed the finish line first in the 2021 Kentucky Derby, was disqualified. Now it's up to Judge Rebecca Grady Jennings to make a decision on what will happen next. Baffert did not participate in last year's Derby as this suspension was already in place. He and his attorney argue that he will suffer irreparable harm without a preliminary injunction. But Churchill Downs is standing with its decision. Here's what Baffert had to say after court today when asked about his relationship with Churchill Downs, especially if he's eligible to race on its properties again soon, including the upcoming Kentucky Derby.
I think it would be like it was before. I've always had a good relationship with him, and I think today was great because I finally got to tell my story in a non-biased atmosphere, and I think I'm hoping for the best, and hopefully we'll be here.
Baffert was not in last year's Kentucky Derby as that suspension was already in place then. And the Churchill Downs legal team did not speak on camera today after leaving the courtroom. Again, it's up to the judge to make a decision here, and that'll likely happen sometime before the end of the month. WDRB sports reporter Eric Crawford was also inside the courtroom all day today. He's working on a story right now for WDRB.com. Reporting live outside the federal courthouse with photojournalist Dave White, Darby Bean, WDRB News.